Hey friends, welcome to my channel Other Musings. This is Sudipta here. Today I'm back with another pick a card reading for month of July 2021. We're going to see what sort of things are waiting for you in the month of July 2021. And this is part of the regular monthly readings that I have tried to come out or come up in the past. And hopefully I'll continue to do so in the future. Generally, with these monthly readings, it is always my aim to provide a brief glimpse, guidance, insight with the fundamental thing or things that may be waiting for you that you need to work on, that you need to focus on, that you need to be aware of, and that will likely change for that particular month. So this is no difference from the July 2021 readings. As usual, you have 4 groups in front of you. This is group number 1. This is the Unakite crystal. Unakite. This is group number 2. This is it's called a desert rose, or it's also called a gypsum rosette. Right. This is group number 2. You have the Sodalite crystal. This is group number 3. Right. And then finally you have the Dalmatian Jasper. This is the group number 4. So there's 4 groups in front of you, group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. As I said, please take your time to contemplate on these groups and pause the video if needed. I'm going to also keep these groups in front of you for about a minute or so, so that you can take your time and make your selection based on your gut instinct, based on your inner voice. And once you have made the selection, you can find the description for each of those groups, the timestamp in the description box below. And you can click on that timestamp and I'll meet you over there with your particular reading. But before I move on, again, a few usual disclaimers and announcement. It's a general reading, so no matter how much I try, I may miss out on some things. So some things may not resonate with you. So please stick to the things that resonates with you and forget the rest or ignore the rest. Also, if you want to get in touch with me through Facebook or through through email, the links for those are given below in the description box. You can also find a link over there for any personal reading to my Etsy shop. You can go over there, you can book a personal reading, or you can get in touch with me through email for any personal reading or inquiries. Having said that, now I'm going to pause and I'm going to leave these groups in front of you for about a minute or so, and I will meet you in your respective group. Hey, group number 1, for those of you who have chosen this Unakite crystal, this will be your reading. We'll see what sort of energies are coming your way in month of July and what is changing. So group number 1, you are going to find 2 things. One is you are reaching some sort of a completion on something, right? And at the same time, following the completion of that past chapter, so you are closing one chapter and you are trying to find stability, you are trying to find some sort of a structure in your life. So you are trying to rebuild your life in the month of July. Right? And I'm saying this simply based on the numerology, because you have 2 9s over here. You have this card over here, 36, which is 6 plus 3, 9. And very next to it, you have 27, 7 plus 2, 9. And then you also have 2 4s. So we have the death card over here, which is 13, 3 plus 1, 4. and then you have the Four of Wands reversed, right? It's 4. So definitely you are closing some chapter and you are trying to rebuild something else. You're trying to reformulate your life. You're trying to bring some sort of stability in your life. Plus you also have the Death card. Right? The Death card also talks about that transformation, that closing of one thing and moving on to another thing. Right? And I feel you guys are coming out of some sort of family issues, some sort of family trouble, something to do with some affair, some relationship, right? Something that has bothered you so long, and now you're about to finally put that thing to close. And you also have the Judgment card, right? So that thing is whatever that has been troubling you, and most likely some emotional, it has some emotional angle to it, right? Something to do with your, again, family troubles, maybe the dispute between husband and wife, maybe some sort of a divorce or some sort of a legal separation issue, right? I mean, if it's a divorce or if it's a legal or some legal wrangling related to your marriage, definitely, it could be that you're going to get some actual legal judgment in your favor, right? And or if it's some affair that has been really bothering you, that has probably gone sour, or where your partner has not been responding to you, has not been faithful, has not been answering your calls, your messages, right? So whatever it is, you're going to know finally. So, and that has been bothering you, right? Because clearly you have the Four of Wands reversed, right? And you have this card over here, the Garden of Venus card reversed, right? So if I show this to you upright, it talks about rest and renewal. And Garden of Venus, whenever we hear this term, we think about a place, and it actually shows that place, where everything is peaceful, everything is perfect, everything is joyful, right? Now this card coming out reversed, obviously, I don't have to tell you, that means it was just the opposite for you. So whatever phase, you have passed through, it is anything but joyful, it is anything but, pleasant, and it has been an unpleasant journey for you, it has been a painful journey for you so far, but you are, in the month of July, you are going to slowly put that to rest. So as I said before, if it was some sort of a legal trouble that has been bothering you, in addition to obviously that trauma of separation, that grief of separation, mental worries, that will be put to rest likely in July. And it could be some actual legal judgment, which finally settles it. Right? It could be like, you deciding that, it is time to move on, right? And let past be past and close the chapter on the past, right? Because there are some positive cards also over here. Like, for example, again, Judgment talks about some conclusion, right? Reaching some final verdict on something, right? Reaching some final decision on something and then moving on. So that when you have the Judgment card and you have the Death card, plus, as I said before, you have 2 4s and 2 9s. So definitely something is coming to a completion. Something is coming to a closure, right? And you're moving on. You're deciding to move on, right? And plus, you have this card over here. The situation will improve. So you have the situation will improve. This card over here. Plus, you have the next to this, you have this beautiful card. It says, adorn the temple. Adorn the temple. Now, the question is, what is the temple over here? It is showing a human body, right? It's like she's lost in, some sort of a, peaceful, meditative attitude, a composed figure over here. So, in Vedic philosophy and in spirituality, our body is considered as the biggest temple, right? Because it is our body where divinity resides. It is our body where God resides, right? So our body has been considered, our body has been considered as the temple. So when it says adorn the temple, that means taking care of your body. Plus you have this situation will improve. Right? And what's more interesting is I have also already talked about this one, the Garden of Venus coming at reversed. Now if you look at this card over here, it talks about rest and renewal. So clearly you are not having that rest. You are going through a lot of anxieties. You are going through a lot of worries, a lot of mental issues, a very turbulent phase. But now it is time for you to put that to rest and really take that much needed rest. It's going to be a time for healing for you. It's going to be time for getting that balance back in your life. As I said before, rebuilding that life, rebuilding your life in a way, right? So the situation is improving, and the situation is improving because obviously, you are reaching some sort of a legal conclusion on this that has been bothering you, or, you have decided to move on, right? And you also have the 8 of Wands over here. So that tells me that things are going to move fast. So maybe something was stuck. Maybe, that legal judgment, I keep coming back to that legal judgment, right? Maybe, there was some legal wrangling going on and that had kept you very worried, anxious. You didn't know what's going to happen to that. Maybe it was a case of a nasty divorce, right? That has been really going on, and it was like draining you both mentally, physically, and even monetarily, right? But now it's finally things are moving fast, things are happening, things are looking up, things are beginning to work out in your favor. So it's giving you more relief to have finally reached some conclusion, to have finally been able to put that thing at rest, whatever that unpleasant thing was. And again, why I say it is something to do with your family, because you also have the second chakra over here. So the second chakra is your, the chakra, it is a reproductive center. It is a center for family. It is a center for family. It is a center for physical pleasure. It is a center for reproduction. That's the chakra that is being referred to over here, right? And so when you have this chakra, plus you have the 4 of Wands card reversed, that means definitely something to do with your family, something to do with your some sort of affair, some sort of a relationship that had gone bad. But now things are finally moving, beginning to work in your favor. Things are now beginning to bring in that much needed relief, much needed the rest and renewal, a much needed phase, of rest and renewal for you, where the tarot and the universe is asking you to really sit back, rest, give the time for your body to heal, give the time for your mind to heal, right? The situation is slowly beginning to improve, and as you can see, the light is slowly starting to come out after that long dark phase. And again, the Death card is obviously here. So the Death and the Judgment card are very positive cards that are really working in your favor. So again, it's a story of closing something, reaching a verdict on something, or reaching some sort of a conclusion, some sort of a closure on something, and then finally, and it may not be a full closure also, because in the month of July, but you're going to suddenly approach that final closure, right? And things are going to happen fast. So either as you are moving into July, between end of June and July, the closure has already happened, or as you go into July, things are going to start working in your favor very fast, and things are going to start looking up, very fast, and you are going to reach that favorable conclusion, that favorable judgment, and you will be able to put things at rest, right? And Tarot and the universe is strongly asking you to take that rest, use this time to really take rest, maybe practice some meditation to put your mind at ease. It has been a long, troublesome road for you, right? And again, I think your choice of this Unakite crystal also talks about that kind of thing, because Unakite generally signifies, It's a stone of balance, more grounding and more emotional and spiritual healing, right? So it's more of a healing crystal, right? So that's why I think this is more of July is more about healing yourself and recovering from that trauma and giving, and recovering from all that unpleasantness that you may have had to go through for quite some time, and then finally being able to look ahead and maybe start planning for your next steps, your future, what's lying ahead of you, right? So that's what I have for you, my group number 1. I think I'm going to end it over here. If you like this reading, if it does resonate with you, as I say, always do leave me a comment, because it certainly helps me once I hear from you. Give me a like and subscribe to my channel. So I will come back to you in another video in the future. For now, bye. Hey, group 2, for those of you who chose this Gypsum Rosette, or often also called as Desert Rose, this will be your reading. We'll see what kind of changes month of July is bringing for you. So group number 2, you have been suffering from some mental worries. You have been suffering from some mental anxieties, maybe a little bit of lack of clarity. Right? You people may have been trying to do something. You may have some sort of a dream, some ambition, some passion, right? Something that you have been trying to give shape to. But it has not been, it has been a difficult journey so far, right? Because clearly you have the 7 of Wands over here that clearly talks about that facing obstacles, having to cross barriers, or having to, deal with a number of different odds that may have been stacked on your way. Right? Plus also the Knight of Wands has come out reversed. So it has been a very tumultuous journey. It has been a not very easy journey, and it has been a steep climb for you. And so the things, despite your best efforts, things have not been really moving to the extent that you have been hoping for. Right? So clearly there is a lot to wish for. There's a sense of depression, sense of anxiety, sense of worry as to why things are not looking up, what more you need to do to really, make things work the way they are supposed to, right? But so things are now going to change because a couple of things. So one is you have the Tower card over here. So nothing speaks clearly about changes coming than the Tower card coming. And then the Tower card has come out upright for you, which is a very good symbol, right? So this suddenly talks about change, suddenly talks about, things finally beginning to happen, finally beginning to move for you, right? Plus, I think you people are also involved in some field that has to do with some creativity or some communication, right? Some sort of a creativity, some sort of a communication field, something to do with either of those two, right? Because suddenly I have the 3 of Pentacles over here that talks about there are certain skills, there is certain talent, there is certain a creative aspect to you that you are trying to fructify, right? Plus, you have so there's couple of different other cards. So first of all, this card over here, the Garden and the Gate, right? So there's a beautiful future waiting for you, but your journey hasn't been easy. You haven't really reached there. There's been a closure. There has been this gate that is holding you back, right? So you know what you're aiming for. You can see that over there. But you are not there, because this gate is blocking you. This gate is acting as a barrier. So this goes very well with this, the Knight of Wands coming out reversed and the 7 of Wands, right? So again, this is what I was talking about earlier. You are certainly trying to give birth to something, and and I say birth, and this we have the give birth, literally the give birth card over here. So there's suddenly a hidden ambition, and there's an aspiration, a dream project of yours, something that you have been working for, something that you desperately want to manifest, right? But the law of attraction hasn't been working fully in your favor, despite your best effort. And there's this other card over here. So this one has come out reversed. In the hand, the universe is your partner, right? So this has come out reversed. So again, this talks about that. So if you look at the card upright, right, in your hand, that means everything is under your control. It is that sense of power that it's like the magician card coming out upright, right? Where you feel everything is under control. Whatever you do, things are happening. You feel that Midas touch. Right? This has come out reversed. So that means just the opposite, right? So you feel like no matter what you are doing, things are slipping out. Things are not working in your favor. Somehow things, something or the other, keeps coming, and blocking your way. Something or the other keeps going wrong, right? So things are not always happening in your favor to the extent you would like them to. But in July, what I sense is a change is coming. Things are about to change. Now again, don't expect everything to really suddenly. Though I have the Tower card over here, what I feel strongly over here is things are going to start changing for the better for you. But you also have this card over here, that a year from now. So if you look at this card, it talks about a lot of prosperity waiting. It's like the entire world will be under your control. So you will so you will really reach that level of abundance, that level of that fullest potential. You will be able to attract to the fullest potential a year from now. So whenever you are watching this, it will be obviously the month of July, right? So a year from now. So I'm sensing somehow, sometime during the next year, so July 22, by July 22, things are going to fully manifest in your favor, but definitely things are going to start changing for the best. Things are going to start changing for the better because you have the Tower card, right? And you have this, give birth card, right? So things are going to start changing, but don't expect a radical change, right? But I think journey from now on for you will be much more smoother, will be much more in keeping with your expectations. So you will probably see more gradual growth happening from now on, because I think so far it has been more stagnation. It's like no matter what you are doing, things are not looking up. No matter how much effort you are putting in, no matter how much resources, how much money you are pumping in, things are just not looking up. That is going to change from this July onwards, right? And so again, it will be most likely a gradual change, but things are going to change. And clearly there is abundance waiting for you, because clearly again, this card also promises that abundance, right? Because so it is just that this gate has not been opened for you. So I think that gate is slowly going to be opened for you starting from this July. So you are going to now start your journey towards this more greener pasture, right? More abundant pasture, right? And that journey will take a little bit more time, but I think this is nothing compared to the difficult road that you have already had to traverse, right? So at least now you have something to look forward to. And I think most of you will feel that difference, because this Tower card it is always a very good card to have, right? And again, as I had said before, nothing talks about change as the Tower card, right? So this Tower card coming over here, and then a year from now, and the Three of Pentacles, the Garden and the Gate, all this card coming up, it talks about things beginning to happen. And I also feel that because I see a number, I see this 3 over here, I see the 30, which is also 3. Then I see this 15, which is 5 plus 1, 6. So I see this couple of 3s and 6. So again, it's something to do with some field that needs a touch of creativity, that needs a touch of communication. It could also be that you have multiple dreams, you have multiple things going on in your mind, and maybe that is what was holding you back so far, because maybe you are trying to do too many things at one time. And so maybe there was that lack of clarity. If you remember, I had also talked about this lack of clarity at the very beginning. So you didn't know what to really focus on and what to really take to the fullest extent. I think that clarity also you're going to now start getting in July, and that's going to really help propel your journey forward, because maybe, and especially when I look at this gives birth card, right? There's like multiple universes, like the Mother Earth is, or Mother Nature, a divine mother is carrying these multiple universes. She's like birthing multiple universes. So in your case, it could be like that multiple dreams, multiple things that you are trying to give birth to, that you are trying to manifest. But so far you are lacking that clarity as to what to focus on, because no matter what, no matter how many dreams you are nurturing in your mind, at any one point of time, you need to probably devote your energy towards any one particular thing, and then let that mature, and then once that has reached a certain level of maturity, then move on to the next one. I think that balancing act, that understanding, that planning as to what needs your urgent attention, what you need to really focus on, I think that clarity, that attention to detail, that was probably lacking a little bit, and I think you're going to get that in July, and that's going to really help you, attract that level of, that level of success, that level of abundance that has been eluding you so far. So overall, it's a positive spread. I think that July is going to start turning the wheel for you, my group number 2. So keep doing whatever you are doing. Definitely, I sense that you people have certain skills, and most likely related to something to do with some creativity, some communication, right? And things are going to look up. You will probably get that clarity back, and your journey from now on till the next year will be much smoother. And as this journey progresses, you are going to attract more and more of abundance and success that you have been looking for so far. So I think with that, I'm going to end your reading, group number 2. I hope this resonates with you. If it does, again, don't forget to leave me a comment and give me a like. And if you haven't done that already, please subscribe to my channel so that I can bring more such videos to you in the future. So for now, bye. Hey group 3, for those of you who chose this Sodalite crystal, so let's see what's waiting for you in the month of July. So month of July will be very positive month for you, my group 3. I think what has been holding you back a little so far was that little bit of that lack of clarity, right? Little bit of that, maybe that dilly-dally that was probably coming out from a nervous state of affairs, maybe that anxious state, maybe a little bit of not being sure about yourself, about certain uncertainties, certain hesitations, that lack of clarity, the doubt, probably that was holding you back so far. But as you are going into this July, things are going to change. All that is going to change, because I think as you are going into July, you are bringing forth a lot of clarity. So the first card that attracts me is that this Ace of Wands, right? This Ace of Wands card, it really, if you can see, this is that there's a third eye, right? It's like your third eye is suddenly opening up, right? So third eye, it talks about that intuition, it talks about that inner knowledge, that sense of knowing, that clarity, right? So this Ace of Wands, plus you have the Four of Wands over here, Plus you have the Nine of Cups. Plus you have this Yes card. Now there can be nothing more resounding, more reassuring than having this Yes card. Right? This is a definite affirmation that yes, things are going to now work out. It's going to be success, right? So there's a lot of positive card over here. You have the Yes card, you have the Nine of Cups that also talks about fulfillment. Whatever it is that that you have been trying to do, that you have been hoping for, finally it's fulfillment. Four of Wands, same thing, success. And Ace of Wands, I've already talked about that. That you're finally getting that level of clarity, right? And then also the Yes card is there, right? And I also have the Be Ecstatic. So all of these are very, very, very positive cards, right? So definitely a lot of abundance, success, happiness, emotional fulfillment. I mean, actually not only emotional fulfillment, I think material success, good life, everything is now coming your way. My group number 3. And again, I think this was all there for you. I think so far what was holding you back was that, again, that lack of clarity, right? And that not knowing what to do, right? For example, you have this card over here, right? So this card talks about straddling worlds, right? So straddling worlds, wandering between realms. So this had come out reversed. So I get the sense that, again, this ties very well with that lack of clarity that I already talked about, right? So straddling between worlds. So like trying to do too many things and not being sure of any one, not knowing what to do any one properly. So trying to dabble in too many things, maybe, trying to not knowing your inner strength, not knowing, your skills, not knowing what are your core competencies, right? Or it could be like, being doubtful about your own strength, being doubting your own abilities, right? And that's why, dilly-dallying, jumping from one thing to another, trying this and then coming back and then trying the next thing. So that was what was holding you back so far. So then I have the straddling wall that I've already talked about, that I just discussed, and then also the Four of Pentacles coming out reversed. So I think that was what was, and plus, you have the broken heart. This also coming out reversed. So again, heart is not only a place, so there's two things. Heart is mainly a place of emotions, right? And the emotions could be both positive and negative emotions, right? So when I see this broken heart, there can be two things. One is, and this broken heart has come out reversed. So there can be two things. One is, obviously, your heart was not aiding you properly. If your heart was supporting you properly so far, that means that your heart will be able to guide you by really helping you with positive emotions, like clarity, like emotional, that self-belief, that certainness, determination, right? But whereas the heart was trying to really more act like a barrier for you by bringing in a lot of anxiety, hesitation, self-doubt, that's what. It could also mean that, in some of your cases, you had some sort of a emotional setback before, and so that was also holding you back a little bit. But whatever it is, this has now come out reversed, which is good. That means now, and this has come out reversed just below the Ace of Wands, which talks about getting that clarity back, right? So here, you are suffering from that clarity, lack of clarity before, where your heart was not supporting you with positive emotions, positive vibrations, but now it has come out reversed. So this plus this both talks about getting that clarity back, now, getting that self-belief back, finally being able to put all that doubt to rest. being more determined, being free of hesitation. You are finally ready to charge ahead. You are finally ready to move ahead. And you always had that power, you always had that capability, but in a way you are hindering your progress so far. But now that that hindrance is gone, there is no stopping you anymore. That's what this means. There is no stopping you anymore. Right? So now that you have got that objectivity, that truth, that inner intuition, right? You have got that balance. You have been free of that, the self-doubt. You have brought that self-esteem back, the self-trust, self-confidence back. Now there is no stopping you. That's why you have a lot of victory, a lot of success, a lot of emotional, material, and physical fulfillment. So everything is now going to come to your way, my group number 3. All right, and so it's overall very, very positive spread. The month of July and onwards is really going to turn everything in your favor in a very radical way, right? So, plus, I think your choice of Sodalite crystal, it's also very meaningful in this regard, because Sodalite again talks about getting that inner wisdom back, getting that rational thought. So being able to think clearly, being able to think precisely in a more rational way, and not letting your emotion cloud your judgment, right? So that's what this Ace of Wands, talks about. So in a way, my group number 3, I really have nothing more to say. It's very clear and concise. You always were destined for success, but it was just that there was a little bit of hindrance that was caused by your own lack of self-belief, your own hesitation, your own lack of clarity. And now with that gone, it's all success, and it's all abundance, and it's all glory for you. So it's very, very strong, a very, very strong spread. So all my best for you, my group number 3. Hope it does resonate with you. So I think I'm going to now end over here with this spread, because frankly, I don't have much to say other than that. So hope it resonates with you. If it does, do leave me a comment, give me a like, and subscribe to my channel. With that, I hope to see you in another video in future. For now, I take your leave. Bye. Hey, group 4, for those of you who have chosen this Dalmatian Jasper, this is your reading for the month of July. So group 4, I think the month of July is really about you becoming more rooted, you becoming more grounded in a way, right? You getting that balance back, right? Being able to, really balance that yin and yang energy, the balance that male and female energy, balance that your emotional and mental and physical bodies, right? Because I think you people have been going through some anxieties, some anger, some conflict, some very turbulent energies, some conflicting energies, maybe, and this can take different shape, right? Because I have the 4 of Cups over here, I have the Hermit reversed, then I have the 5 of Wands, right? So these 3 cards, when they come side by side, it's a very extroverted energy, right? It's a very scattered energy. It's an energy that is more focused on resolving these different conflicts, or that is entangled in conflicts, that is not in a very balanced state to really think through clearly, that to really plan out clearly, to be really aware of your own inner self, to be really aware of, or keenly aware of your surroundings, what opportunities I know the world may be presenting to you, right? Plus, I have this card over here, the Lost Compass. This card has come out reversed. So this card coming out reversed, to me at least, it's a positive message. But if you think about this Lost Compass, so what does compass helps us do? Compass helps us find direction, right? So if our compass is working properly, that means we can find our way back home, or we can find our direction. It helps us guide. But here, when you see this card reverse, the Lost Compass. So Lost Compass means you are lost. You don't know what to do. You don't know what direction to follow. You are too conflicted. Now that conflict can mean external conflict. It can also mean internal conflict, right? Because again, you have the 5 of Wands card sitting over here, which also talks about conflict, right? Now, so it could be like your inner conflict, where inner conflict is, especially with the Hermit card coming out reversed, it could be more of an inner conflict where there's too much of anxiety, there's too much of all these negative emotions that are bothering you, right? Where, maybe a lot of anguish, maybe some anger towards someone, maybe depression, maybe nightmares, anxieties, negative thinking pattern, right? And all that has troubled you so far. And because of all that, see this 4 of Cups over here, or because of all that, you are too preoccupied and you're missing out on the opportunity. You're missing out on the opportunity, right? But in July, it's more about getting, as I said at the very beginning, it's more about being rooted. It's more about getting that groove back, being more balanced, right? So I think that's what you need to work on. So you have the Hangman over here. So Hangman really talks about introspection, balance, right? Maintaining that, Hangman is in a way a symbolical of a very wise, very mature person, who takes the time to think, who takes the time to plan, who takes the time to, really introspect, contemplate, right? So this Hangman, this card is in a way just the opposite of this Hermit coming out reversed, right? So the Hermit coming out reversed talks about more of an extroverted energy, whereas the Hangman coming out straight, it talks about more of an introverted energy. So you need to really collect yourself. You need to really compose yourself, right? And that's why, if you remember, I talked about this Lost Compass coming out reversed is in a way good, because the Lost Compass is reversed means, so you have now finally able to recover that compass. So your compass has again started working. And what is this compass? Our own body also has compass. And so this compass for each of us is this 5th chakra. What is this 5th chakra? The 5th chakra is the heart chakra, right? It is the Anahata chakra. If you are familiar with the yogic terminology of the different chakras and the Kundalini and all that stuff, so 5th chakra is the heart chakra or the Anahata chakra, right? So that the heart chakra is the place of all our emotions, positive and negative emotions, right? So far your heart chakra was not working properly. It was troubling you with all sorts of negative emotions. It was troubling with all those sorts of negative thoughts. Because of that, you are self-conflicted. You are wasting away your energy with a lot of anger, depression, anxiety, nightmare, all this stuff that was not really helping you in any meaningful manner. But I think in month of July, you need to really work on restoring that compass or restoring your heart chakra. That's why this 5th chakra card has come out, right? So you need to really work on that heart chakra, because when the heart starts working properly, that's like your compass working properly. And when the compass works properly, it helps you find the right direction. It guides you properly. It dictates you. It motivates you to follow the proper direction, right? And so that's what you need to really work on. So that's why you have the Hanged Man card over here. You also have the Ask Your Angels. You have the Ask Your Angels card over here, plus you have the Find Your Motivation. So I sense that, again, as I said before, the conflict could be both external and internal, but given this spread of card, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Hermit reversed, you have the Hanged Man, you have the Ask Your Angels, Fifth Chakra, all this card. I think it's more of an internal conflict in your case. It's not like, you are, there's any external factor. Now, it could be that the external factors have made it worse for you, but fundamentally, it is about you. It is about yourself. It is about coming to terms with yourself. And again, this could be different things, because negative emotions can cover different things, and I've already touched upon a few of those. It could be also a sense of that inferiority complex, right? Where you are feeling like you are not capable of doing anything, right? That's why it's saying find your motivation. Remember, everyone has certain skills, everyone has certain talent, everyone is capable of doing something if they set their mind on it, if they work hard, if they don't lose the sense of direction, if they're focused, if they're determined, everyone is capable of doing something. Right? That's what the universe is asking you to do. That's what the universe is asking you to work on. Right? So a lot of introspection, ask your angels, right? So maybe some meditation, contemplation, right? Sitting quietly for a moment, asking yourself, taking the time to really calm your mind. That's what's more important. So for this particular group, calming your mind, balancing your energies, your male and female energies, really composing yourself, collecting yourself. That's what's more important in the month of July. And if you can do that, if you can restore your compass, and I think you will be able to do that, because that's why the heart chakra has come out upright, right? That's why the Hanged Man has come out upright. So, right, that's why the lost compass has come out reversed. So it is asking you to work on that, and at the same time it is reassuring you that you will be able to do that, right? And if you do that, I also feel that the universe has presented you with some opportunity that you may have missed before, either because you are too preoccupied with your own thoughts, with your own different emotions, negative emotions, or you may have neglected that because you are too unsure about your own capabilities, you are too self-conflicted, right? So I think once you get that groove back, once you are, take the time in July to become more rooted, more balanced, balance your energies, really, dampen your negative emotions and spark your positive vibration, spark your positive emotion, restore your compass, meditate, take time, ask yourself what you want, be like a hanged man, right? So again, the Hanged Man is all about introspection, all about a very calm and composed figure who's not easily swayed by the external energies, who's very calm, composed, poised, right? So try to achieve that. So if you achieve that, my group number 4, I feel like, opportunities are there. They are waiting for you, and they have been waiting for you for quite some time, but you may not have realized that. Because remember, I'm going to end this reading by this example. If you have a turbulent water, if you have muddy water, right? In the muddy water, if sunlight falls, then you won't be able to see that sunlight properly because it is too muddy and it is too turbulent, right? But in still water, in calm water, you can see more clearer reflection of sunlight, right? So you have to, so your inner state, your inner mental state is like that muddy water. There's too much of waves, too much of thoughts, and our thoughts are like waves, right? There's too much of thoughts, too much of random, too much of turbulent, too much of self-conflicted thoughts. So if you can calm that, right, then that inner being, will be able to find the direction more clearly. Because again, when you have a calmer water, then your inner being, the soul that is sitting inside you, your heart, your inner compass, will be able to show you direction more clearly. And that's when you will find your motivation. That's when you will find the opportunity that you may have been missing so far. That's when you will discover your real strength. So I think that with that, I'm going to end this reading, my group number 4, and I believe there's a lot of take-home messages for you from this reading, and I sincerely hope you work on that and you are able to find your direction. We all go through these stages, in our life at different times, where we are not sure, there's things appear more topsy-turvy, but we all have to overcome that and, move forward. I think that's what, you are going through right now. So I'm sure, you will be able to recover, and come out of this, and you'll be able to find your own strength, and you'll be able to move forward. So good luck, my group number 4, and I end this reading with this message. Bye.